Okay, so in this video we are going to light our scene. So first thing we're going to do is add this skylight. And in the skylight we are going to specify a cube map here. So we can just take that from the drop down menu here or just drag and drop it onto the thumbnail. Now we need to, before we build, we need to set up our light mask settings here. So what we'll do straight away at the bottom here is untick compressed light maps. That will avoid any artifacts, compression artifacts in the light maps. And then we can change this static lighting level scale to 0.75. The number of indirect lighting bounces, I put it to 12 arbitrarily, that works. The lighting quality, let's just leave it at 1 for now. And then the indirect lighting smoothness, I put it at 0.75. Okay, so these are good to go. And what we can do is just build lighting, and then we'll just keep the quality at medium. And that should render pretty quickly. Okay, so that was pretty good, pretty quick, and you can see that's really giving us a really nice render. So we can carry on, but you see we're lacking our contact shadows and several things. So one thing I use to check the lighting is just to tick this lighting only. And so you'll see, first of all, we've got this ambient occlusion here happening, so I want to turn that off. And then there's still sort of a little bit of dirty splotches that we're going to fix straight away. So back in our modes, we're going to create a post-process volume, so that we're going to be using that quite a lot. Post-process volume. So with my G key here, I hide the gizmos, and also I'm going to turn off the grid, which flickers with the ground. Okay, so in the post-process volume, I will go down all the way and tick unbound, and I'm going to turn ambient occlusion off. This way I will only work on my lighting. Maybe I'll use a bit more ambient occlusion later on. And let's increase our world settings here, light mass. For the lighting quality, we'll put that onto full, and then on the lighting quality here, we'll go into production. What I would also like to do is fix my lighting at log 0 here, which is giving me a baseline to work with. And so obviously it's gone much darker, so I will increase drastically the intensity of my skylight to about 20. So this is quite common in ArcViz for interior. We'll have a very bright outside so that the light bounces in more. So let's build that again. Okay, so that's rendered pretty nicely. Not very long, a few minutes. So we've got our really good contact shadows here. So we've got a little bit of washed out happening. So we'll deal with that in a second. But I'm pretty happy with the light. You know, the corners are really good. So with the textures, it's going to hide a few of our artifacts we've got. And then if I put my exposure back on the automatic, then it's going to lighten up a little bit when we get to the really dark areas. So that's good, but I like to try and keep that working at this fixed exposure if I can. So, and finally, if we turn our lit back on, we can see that the render is coming out pretty nice. You know, we've got our soft hard to soft shadow here. We've got nice contact shadows. It's all so if we turn our exposure back to automatic, you know, we can't see splotches, so the textures help, you know, so that's good to take that into consideration. But even with that completely white surface here, and we've got nice sort of contact shadows, that the lighting. So so here we've got the strong contrast that you can see. We'll deal with that in the next video.